Hey guys, how's it going? This is going to be a video review of the Transformers Prime First Edition Bumblebee. I know this is a way past due video review, but I figured I would just dust off my Transformer Prime Autobots that I haven't reviewed yet and get them out of the way. Anyways, you can see in vehicle mode he is kind of reminiscent of the movieverse Bumblebee some, which is fine. He sort of resembles a Camaro. He rolls okay-ish. He's got a good amount of paint apps on him. And honestly, I really like the way this vehicle mode looks. It's pretty cool. You know, overall, really nice vehicle mode, and I really like it. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and show you how he scales with some of the other characters. Here he is with Voyager Optimus. Pretty good scale. Here he is with Ratchet. I feel Ratchet's a bit small, but then again, this is Transformers. What are you going to do? So, anyway, I don't really know what to say about his vehicle mode, except, you know, it looks pretty good. You know, it's got good paint apps, yada, yada, yada. Rolls reasonably well. It's a good, nice, solid vehicle mode. Anyway, I'll be back in a flash to talk about his robot mode with you. Okay guys, here we have Bumblebee transformed into his robot mode, and it's pretty decent looking robot mode. Let me just go ahead and give you a quick 360 of him. He looks relatively okay in the back even. You know, not perfect. Now, this is the quote-unquote official transformation, but most people I've seen do this have him slightly mistransformed, and I think this improves the look of the toy fairly significantly. You just kind of bend or flare out his car parts there, and you can see his Autobot symbol, and it just, to me, looks much, much better. Now, these parts are supposed to be separated, but they are, sometimes they like to separate, sometimes they don't, so, yeah. Anyway, he has decent articulation. He bends there at the knees, got a thigh swivel, ball-jointed hip. He's got waist rotation. His shoulders are somewhat restricted due to the mold, but they got a fair range of motion on them. He's got a ball joint at the elbow. His wrists only bend in, they don't rotate. And his head is on a ball joint. So, posability on this figure is decent. You know, overall, the mold, honestly, in my opinion, is just kind of okay. He's nice to have, because it's a main character from the show, and, you know, it's a somewhat fresh take on Bumblebee, but overall, it's kind of a little bit lackluster, in my opinion. Let's just get him to stand there. We'll do a few quick size comparisons. Here he is with the Robots in Disguise RC. And here he is with his good buddy, First Edition Optimus. And he's in decent scale with those figures. You know, he's, overall, like I said, he's a decent toy. As far as his gun goes, you have basically two options. Number one is you can mount it on his arm, like he has on the show, or, if you so desire, he can actually hold his gun in his hand. You know, whatever floats that boat of yours is pretty much what, you know, what he can do with that gun. So, now, one cool thing I want to note, though, and this is a strange thing to highlight, but whatever, I think his hand actually looks really cool. They put a lot of detail into that, and I just think it looks great. A lot of more detail into that hand, and that is not something you see every day on a Transformer. His head sculpt is pretty good. You know, it's got a lot of character to it. You know, and like I said, decent mold. Decent. Is he great? No, not by any stretch. But I think he is, now I don't own the RID Transformers Prime Bumblebee mold, but from what the videos I've seen of it, it doesn't look to be, you know, like leaps and bounds better than the first edition. So if I had to pick one over the other, I would probably pick this one, even with the limitations that the figure has. And as you can see, he does have stability problems. There's no doubt. That's kind of a huge pain in the butt. Anytime a figure has a hard time standing, to me, that's a kind of a strike against the figure. Like I said, he's okay, not great, but if you are a Transformers Prime fan and you don't have this guy, or, you know, the RID, if you have no Bumblebees whatsoever and you like the character at least, you know, somewhat, it is worth picking up one of these. Anyway, but if not, you can feel free to pass on this. It's definitely not a must-have. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys next time.